1, 2, 3, 5 in eighth notes, 1, 2, 3, 5 of each scale or chord in eighth notes, so that each chord gets exactly those notes. In the B section, each chord gets 2 measures, so we will play the arpeggios in half notes. So that 1, 3, 5, 7 will last exactly 2 measures. And then students will play the rhythm changes ascending patterns, which I just described with 1, 3, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 5 in eighth notes at quarter note equals 90. And there's no way that this should be from memory because this is one of the more complex activities we've done. And now we're going to play the descending rhythm changes study, which is 5, 3, 2, 1, just the inverse of what we had done. And for the B section, playing 8, 7, 5, 3 instead of 1, 3, 5, 7, also in half notes, so it lasts exactly 2 measures, which is how many measures the chords in the B section get. And then students will play this for their assessment, also not from memory. And then we're going to combine ascending and descending. So for beats 1 and 2 of every measure, we're going to play 1, 2, 3, 5. Beats 3 and 4, 5, 3, 2, 1, following each of the chord changes. And each chord in the B section lasts 2 measures, so students will play the full ascending Mixolydian scale over chords 1 and 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, 1 over 1 and 3. Or the first measure and the third measure of the B section, which is 4 measures total. And in measures 2 and 4, they'll play the descending Mixolydian scale. And we're going to start real slow and then gradually increase to 90 beats per minute. And this will be what they'll be assessed on. So now what we're doing in week 22 is just an inverse of what we had done. So in beats 1 and 2 during the A section, it's 5, 3, 2, 1 of each chord. During beats 3 and 4, it's 1, 2, 3, 5. And then in the B section, where there are 4 measures, the odd-numbered measures will have descending Mixolydian scales and quarter notes, and measures 2 and 4 will have ascending Mixolydian scales and quarter notes. So now we're just going to review the 12-bar blues because there's been a lot of new material, and review the 2-5-1 concept. So we're going to play some of the stuff from year 1 because it's been a long time, the ascending and descending Mixolydian scale study, and students will be given their list of 10 2-5-1s. And we're going to review the heads to Freddie Freeloader and Tenor Madness. And we're going to play through the concert B-flat 12-bar blues, alternating ascending, descending Mixolydian scale study in eighth notes at quarter note equals 120. And students will play one of their 2-5-1s of their choice from memory in both concert B-flat as well as concert F. Now we're going to review the concert F 12-bar blues and introduce the term transcription, which, as I discussed, it refers to written sheet music of previously improvised solos. And for the concert F 12-bar blues, we're going to start with the ascending and descending scale study. So alternating ascending motion and odd-numbered measures, descending and even-numbered measures. And students will play the alternating ascending, descending scale study in concert F. And we're going to they'll play the 2-5-1 from memory, a different one, not the same one of last week. And as a homework assignment, students will find a transcription of a solo online. It has to be a solo of their instrument, so alto sax players could use Charlie Parker, and begin practicing at home. Week 25, we're going to continue practicing the transcriptions and reviewing modes, which it's been a while. So review Ionian, Dorian, Mixolydian, Aeolian. and write the combination of whole steps and half steps for each of these. And student volunteers who would like to play their transcription for the class may, and they will be assessed on it next week, but maybe just to get the nervous energy out would be a good thing. Take the A-Train first 5 measures. I'd just like students to identify the modes and write in the scales going up in eighth notes. And for this week, the students will play the transcriptions, and that's going to be the only thing we're going to do this week because that's a pretty intense assignment. So just to clarify, for these transcriptions, students are playing a transcription that was previously transcribed that they got either out of the Charlie Parker Omnibook or the John Coltrane Omnibook or just anywhere that they may have found it somewhere else. And the next thing that they are going to do, and this is the last really big new thing, is they're going to transcribe a solo that was not previously transcribed. So the students will select an improvisational solo, as I said, that has not previously been transcribed. And this is going to challenge their listening skills, and they need to write down the correct pitches and rhythms of the improvisational solo. And there will be a lot of pausing and rewinding. And there's a technological tool that you can use to adjust the tempo, which will make it easier to hear all the pitches during the fast passages. And it has to be at least 32 bars in length. It probably shouldn't be much longer than that. And students may select a solo that is performed on their instrument, similar to when they played a transcription that had already been published. And they just need to check to make sure it fits the guidelines. And I'm going to take 6 weeks for this because this is a very intense activity that requires a lot of different skills that we haven't really focused in on too much. Not too much listening and writing down pitches. So students will take this class time and any time they need at home to work on their transcription projects. And students will be graded on the written portion of their transcription, and if they would like, for extra credit, they may play their transcription as well, but that's not expected. And in the final few weeks, we're just going to review a little bit of everything. So review the heads and the B-flat blues scale. And they're going to play both heads and improvise 24 bars of the B-flat 12-bar blues using elements of the blues scale, which we haven't talked about in a while. And this focus is going to be on the F blues scale. Oops. And then just a basic review of all these major concepts. And like usual, or like years 1 and 2, they'll have an opportunity to work on assessments that they struggled with throughout the year. And we're going to go up to 2 to replace their grade. And that is the conclusion of my 3-year curriculum of jazz improvisation. I've really enjoyed this semester, Dr. Taylor. Thank you for everything, and I hope you have a great holiday season.